my friends. The day you've been looking forward to. The day you look forward to being gone. Your favorite. It is Hump Day. Hey. Yay. Wait a little. One more. There we go. Yes. Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm truly done. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Wednesday. You forgot you had the stream open. Had a heart attack, dude. That's right. I'm here to cause you have a little bit of a heart attack, a good stroke, something to get you scared for the rest of the day, so that you're nice and bright and shiny and awake for greatness. Welcome to Wednesday, folks. We're going to jump in game today, and we're going to look at Pyro. This isn't Pyro, but we're going to look at Pyro. But before we get to that, a couple things I wanted to touch on. It's not really new stuff. It's basically just discussion points. We're going to look at This Week in Star Citizen because they didn't release it until Tuesday. A little heart attack never killed no one. Yeah. Yeah. And then we are going to check out the patch notes for the new PTU, which we're about to jump into. That'll be really quick. I don't think there's anything really new going on there. This is a thread I wanted to touch on Monday. Now, I want you guys to think about this, because we're going to get to this later in the stream, in like 10 minutes. It's not that much later. This person says, it's never been more fun to play Star Citizen. I think this is an interesting conversation, so I want to shoot a little video for it. Get your guys' opinion, and then see what people say in the comments, because it could be interesting. And then we got a little announcement from BKB. So then we will be jumping into Star Citizen to play some Pyro. We're going to be seeing how Pyro looks for the solo players currently in the game. And maybe hopefully I can get some good gameplay out of it. Big shout out and a welcome to our newest moderator on Twitch, PK Payback. Congrats to your new little icon thing and your ability to now ban anybody you want because they hurt your feelings. Because that's all our mods do. They just abuse their power. Terrible people. No, seriously though, welcome to the team. And welcome to the stream, everyone. Good to see you all dancing in there on Twitch. Twitch always keeping it hyped. Ananzi, Maverick, Space Marine, and AAK. In here bright and early, PK. My man, Vastin. Could hype someone up for a colonoscopy with this song. Dude, it's a great song. Love that opening song. I think we're gonna get that put into... Right now, I still trigger the song myself. I think I just want to put that in the video of the startup because it's not going anywhere. Brigadier Bo Deadly, Lurch Lord, Master Sunshine. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. Shifty, Anno, Yui. And on YouTube, Maverick and Astromonkey, you guys were in here early. Stan the man. I'm glad you got to come in here live. Daryl, Baltson, welcome in, my friends. Hope you all been having a lovely week. A good old week. I know my week's been going plenty nice. Yesterday, Andor came back for season 2. Ayo, can we... Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah, bro. Oh my god. It's so exciting. And Mrs. Tomato made me my favorite dish to watch it. And I was in bliss yesterday, man. Woo! Only watched the first 2 episodes so far, but it was enough for me. I'm feeling good. The season's looking hot. They're building up the anticipation. And I even got to see a little bit of a live action version of Star Citizen players back when they released hover mode. What was up with that? I really wanted to make that joke, but I didn't want to spoil the scene for people. So we'll wait. We'll wait a little bit. You get permission to ban anyone who annoys you? No, that's just PK. Sorry. That is just for new mods. Yes, you're old news now, man. What can I say? Hazgaha, good to see you in chat, dude. Welcome in, virtual photographer extraordinaire. Don't worry, I won't be spoiling anything for you guys. I freaking hate spoilers. Literally the morning after the Last of Us season 2 premiere, I got it spoiled for me. The big thing that happens. Now, anybody who plays the game, you already know, don't spoil it for anybody else. I haven't played the game, so I don't actually know everything that happens. I just kind of know the story. But the big old thing that happens in the beginning of that show showed up not on my, like literally on my notifications on my phone, like on this front screen. I'm not going to show you my notifications. I'm like, you can't even get away from it at that point. It's crazy. They're beamlining it to the first screen you've seen when you wake up. That was also how I got the death of the Night King in Game of Thrones spoiled for me. It was Time magazine, and they did the same thing. They published a headline that literally said, plug your eyes and ears if you haven't seen the finale of Game of Thrones from 7, 8, 9 years ago. It literally said in the headline of the article, this is how Arya killed the Night King. I'm like, bro, are you really? You just gonna push that out across the world to everybody? Freaking sick time. Awesome. So I feel you on the spoilers. I got you. Thanks for the spoiler. Disney Plus released 6 months later in Germany, and so did Mando. Baby Yoda was everywhere, and it was impossible to escape it for people that didn't. Oh man, I think Disney Plus came to Turkey a little bit later too, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, both of you, if you do ban people for annoying you, Mrs. Simmons will probably ban you. So I'd be careful. At least stick to her list, you know. That's my one bit of advice. All right. Oh, and today, we're gonna go see Sinners. So I held off on that to give the crowd a little bit of a chance to swing on through, but huge fan of director, huge fan of actor, and huge fan of scary movies in general. I hope there's a little bit of scare to that, but I'm looking forward to it. All right, you guys aren't here to hear about my life though. Let's talk about Star Citizen stuff. Maverick, thank you for the bits, dude. Or the sorry, the Maverick just subbed for 20 months now. He's been subbed. Much love to you, dude. And I'm so used to just saying thank you for the bits. I said thank you for the bits. My bad. All right. So this week in Star Citizen, Easter, 420 Blaze It. Interestingly, they don't have either an inverse version of Easter or 420. Is there no culture in the verse? Ah, there's the 69 bits from Maverick. Right on cue. Love you, dude. So they gonna do a roadmap roundup and a roadmap update today. Oh shit. Bro. Sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. That was irresponsible of me. I just got very excited because Bolton just dropped 20 freaking memberships in the YouTube chat. So I spammed sound effects. I promise it's not usually that bad. Bolton, thank you though for joining us on the freaking Toes Gang for the day. Probably just lost like 40 people on the YouTube video. I really like this one. I'm really sorry that I spawned that so much. It's really funny. Really funny to me. So we're going to get a roadmap roundup and a roadmap update this week today. I'm hoping they drop it before we get off this stream, but they probably won't because they were a full day late with the first publication of the week. Either way, we will get a roadmap roundup today. So if we can't get to that, we'll cover that on Friday. I don't think there's going to be too much on there. It's probably just going to be stuff getting confirmed. Let's see. We could probably predict what's going to happen on this. Yeah, so new hairstyles, 4.1.1. Man, I'm glad that they're like really doing a good job on keeping up with hairstyles. So this will probably go to either released or no, this will go to confirmed. And then this will, oh, interesting. I didn't realize there was still, I thought this had been split into these missions. So there's still some other combat mission that we don't know about yet. Okay, so this might get revealed today, whatever this is. I think they're waiting on this. I actually don't know. They haven't said anything about the quartz. Is the Volt version, or the Volt SMG weapon. Interesting gun. It starts out shooting as a beam, and then it diverges into two beams to give you a little bit more, I guess, area of effect. But I think for the most part, this is going to be confirming the stuff that's tentative on here, and then maybe doing some updates on the progress tracker. I don't think we'll see too much else be moved. On Thursday, we're getting a Star Citizen Live. This one has been bumming me out a little bit. The fact that Star Citizen Live and Inside Star Citizen share a time slot now is... Ah, shucks. Wait, holiday Monday? Monday's a holiday? What is it, Good Monday? Or is that Bad Monday? Why is the day that guy gets killed called Good? Easter Monday? But I thought Sunday was Easter. Wait, is Easter on Monday in Germany? We went from 2 shows a week to 2 shows a month. Fitting for a year of content. Yeah. To be quite honest, it makes sense. I just don't like it. They didn't have to, or they don't have to prove the stuff that they're doing by giving us a whole bunch of videos that show work coming in the next 1 to 6 years. Now they could just drop updates and be like, here's how we made that, go play it. EU has 2 Easter days, 1st and 2nd Easter. What? I didn't know that. Man, that's a lot of days. Well, good for y'all. Okay, that explains why This Week in Star Citizen was late then. I didn't know. Star Citizen Live is on Thursday though, and it will be about narrative stuff. They say this week, Dave Haddock and Will Weisbaum from the narrative team will be answering questions about the year's ongoing story narratives, the Frontier Fighters' efforts to run everyone out of Pyro, and their rumored attack on Invictus. Now we know where Invictus Week is headed. The ongoing regen crisis and what's being done to address it, as well as Wickelow's arrival in Stanton. Currently gathering questions on... Okay, so... back when they said there was going to be an A-B story, did they say that this regen thing was the B story? I can't remember. Because I remember them specifically saying that something was not the B story. I think it was the Hathor stuff, right? So I think the regen is the B story. So this is basically what we're going to be dealing with throughout the whole year. Frontier Fighters and regen crisis. To be quite honest, I like Dave and Will. I think they've done some pretty decent writing stuff, and they seem to really care about the project, and they've developed a ton of lore. So I'm interested in seeing where they go with this, but my main hope with these narrative events is that they actually make a difference with the game. I think people really loved how Helldivers, and other games do this too, Helldivers would have you do something, and then once that community finished doing that thing, it would release something else into the game. I think they have a lot of potential to do that in Star Citizen, especially with this stuff. Like, what's the regen crisis? How is this going to move towards additional medical gameplay? Could this have anything to do with the release of the Apollo later this year? I don't know, but I think if they link those kinds of things together, it just makes the game better. Hey, thank you somebody, Anonymous. Man, Y'all anonymous people have been very kind lately. I appreciate you gifting out a community sub to the good folks of the garden. You think the B story is supposed to be shorter? Yeah, sounds like it'll be shorter. Love the regen crisis so much. I hope to do more to help it as it leads to death of a spaceman. Loading bugs tank your earnings. What is a brief overview of the regen crisis? I haven't played in a bit. I haven't really followed it too much. I don't think it's like fully in game yet. It's the launch of this narrative has been a little bit different. I think it's really going to kick into high gear with Invictus, but the idea is that this is really new technology, and it's technology we got from another species. So we don't really know how it works completely, and it seems to be failing, which means that people aren't regenning and just kind of losing their cycles. So far what they've included in the game for this is you are basically collecting some of these rare minerals and turning them into Rayari, being one of the companies that can do the research to help fix these problems. And yeah, that's really all there is so far. You want to point out that Star Citizen has surpassed last year's new citizens by almost double, and we still have 7 days left. Wait, what? 7 days left. Where? In what? In the month? Oh, okay. April of this month has surpassed April of last month in new citizens. That's good. That's really good. That's a good uptick from... Let me check that out. That's a good uptick from a very rather low citizen addition count, and it could be a good sign that their improvements to the game are starting to encourage people to get back in, to try it out. The free fly definitely helps, yeah. Actually, the free fly helps a lot because this is accounts made. This isn't even pledges made. So let's see what the pledge looks like in April. Pledge is better. Still 20% over last year, April. But the citizen increase is 62% over last year. So yeah, that looks like some free fly. That looks like a free fly effect. Plenty of people jumping in, not as many people buying. But this is, I mean, that's why we have so many times of that in these previous years, because they were running free flies almost every other month, and that helps. And this is why they will definitely run a free fly in May. Even if they're running one now, they're definitely going to run one in May because they kind of have to. They need to get players into the game. That's the whole point of this content push. And if they're pushing out the content and players still aren't flocking into the game, it's kind of almost wasted time. Game is running a lot smoother lately. Think we'll see a lot of older players coming back. I think about mid-year time I'm going to do a video for older players coming back in. You have a friend that just bought with the free fly? Did they try the free fly and decide it was good enough to buy, or were they planning on buying already? Can us existing backers get to free fly ships for free? Yes. As long as you put in the code that they have. I don't even think there is a code you need to put in anymore. I think everybody just gets access to all the ships that they have for the free fly. Not until master modes is changed. Soon. This free fly definitely helps them prepare for Invictus, yeah. This might be the most stable free fly you've seen. Definitely most stable. Yeah, I've been hearing that it's pretty stable. We'll cover that. This ends in what, 5 days? When is the 28th? Yeah, so this ends on Monday. We'll do coverage of how this went overall performance-wise. I'm not really sure how to quantify that, but I'll see if we can get some input at the very least. Good for them. Good for them. Server meshing is working for them. It's not, we don't know where dynamic is, and it's not necessarily making everything suddenly better, but it seems to have allowed them to have a lot more breathing room to do stuff that people actually care about in the game. And I'd say that's a win. Hopefully the momentum sticks. All right, on Friday, folks, you're going to keep an eye on the inbox for your RSI Weekly newsletter, which has this week's highlights, standout community content, and a sneak peek of what's ahead. I wonder what that sneak peek is going to be. Is it going to be for the Ironclad releasing in Invictus Week? Ooh! I love the conspiracy theory. Like, literally every chance somebody gets to theorize that the Ironclad might be coming out for Invictus Week, I see it happen. And it's so funny, guys. It's not going to happen. They're not going to release the Ironclad in Invictus. That'd be insane. There's no reason to. There is far too much marketing potential to shadow drop the Ironclad. We're going to know about that ship coming 2 months before it hits the game, at least. Server max went from 500 to 630. I think it's been at 600, right? Did they bring it back up? It looks like there's also a major racing event hitting the track on Saturday. System 7 tears through Clio's Valley Pass. The System 7 is pretty cool set of races put on by the Atmo team. Love them. Good thing it's Oblivion Day. It was Andor Day for me, but I do know that the Oblivion remaster is out, and I've got to get that at some point. Although, I also got to get Kingdom Come Deliverance too, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Atomfall. So my backlog is growing very quickly. It's been a good year for gaming. The Perseus, I don't even think the Perseus is, for Invictus. I thought it was a possibility, but nah. Perseus is going to be a sweet Citizen Con ship, I think. So many games, not enough time. Good time to be alive. Or gaming. Atomfall is just like Far Cry mixed with Stalker, set in Britain after a nuclear fallout. And it has an interesting way of doing missions and quests, and it's a single player game. It looks like a good time. Right up my alley. And it's on Game Pass, so I don't even have to go and buy that. That's great. Oh, I guess we have to get Game Pass renewed. Right. That's why I haven't played it yet. All right. So that was This Week in Star Citizen. Let's check out the patch notes for PTU before we jump into it. So we got Wave 2 access right now. They're still at 600 users per shard. Ship patrol missions have been disabled, but will return in the next couple days. This was yesterday, by the way. Stability and bug fixes are the focus. Ship battle missions, which include ambush and the gauntlet missions. Not ready for testing. Fleet Week events, new missions, and hauls. I like how it just says new missions. Aren't these new missions? What are new missions? Don't stop redacting stuff. Mission meshing refactor. The comms array hack and repair missions, animal missions, multi-location courier missions, and handyman or PvP bounties. None of these are ready for testing or feedback. Too bad. We're going to go and see those handyman missions are working. I love seeing multi-location courier missions, but I haven't seen those pop up in PTU. New collector rewards, still not ready. NPC comms calls, dialogue additions, and improvements, and redacted. I'm guessing that is this. Maybe. You know, I don't even know, guys, because we're still going to get a 4.1.2. That very well might be where this is coming in. Or maybe this is the redacted. But it would be weird to redact this when it's not redacted on the release view. So I do think this is likely it. But this also could just be what they call new missions. I don't really know. A lot to be said about this. But this is a decent update. I wouldn't say this is like huge. 4.1.1 feels like a 0.1.1 patch. I mean, they're bigger than the previous ones of this caliber patch, right? We would never get this kind of content in a point dot patch. But I think as far as this year goes, it feels like a very solid update. Solid monthly update. They're adding a lot of stuff on a month-by-month basis. Comparing this to Star Citizen's previous development, they are killing it on getting new stuff into the game. Still doesn't mean that it is hitting the expectations people have given their communication last year. And I think folks are just still waiting for that base level of stability to rise. It's getting there. Just not quite yet. Coolant and power management update? Nothing there yet. No, nothing on that. NPC respawning is a lot better. That's good. What's up, Breezy? I would love to have the courier missions back. That would be great. You can also see there are a lot of known issues that they still need to get done before this goes to live. So ship battles V1, patrol, search, and destroy do not progress when you ping the area. That's their main blocker. But we've also got plenty of critical bugs that they need to fix. Bug fixes that they have been doing. Redeemer fixes, MFD fixes, a lot of Redeemer fixes. The Argo Cargo, or the Argo Raft has been seeing some fixes. The Mobiglass got some fixes. Mission content. The PAF dish control terminal will not reset card slots after streaming and after the event reset at a line in mine. The Yella Grim Hex location got a little bit of a bug fix, so they're doing some work. Fixed 5 client crashes, fixed 1 server crash. But this is still probably not going to be live until next week, I would think. Yeah. I still think it's end of the month is what they're aiming for. Next Tuesday, maybe. Possibly next Monday. Maybe Wednesday. But I think it's going to be a next week live kind of thing. If they can get this to Wave 3 by the end of this week. We'll see. Ethnification, how you doing? Calrissian, good to see you. Okay. Next up, before we get into the gameplay, I came across this Reddit post, and you know, on Mondays we like to go through Reddit and see what kind of discussion's going on, how the community is feeling. And I wanted to go over this on Monday, but we didn't have the time. Now, regular ad 5178 put this post up on on the subreddit earlier this week, actually on Monday. Said, personal opinion, it has never been more fun to play Star Citizen than today. And there was no body to this. I thought there was a body post to this. But there's plenty of comments and thoughts. And I kind of wanted to put this on here just to bring it to you guys and ask, what do you think? Is this the best that Star Citizen's ever been? Or if not, when is the best Star Citizen's ever been? I think it's a interesting question to answer because first you have to consider the amount of features and content that are existing in the game at the time. And then you also have to consider the stability. So for instance, back during 3.24, people might have said it was the best time for the game ever because we had a ton of new features. Cargo was different. The some of the other stuff had been updated. I know, master modes existed. But because there were more features, people were like, oh, well, this is more like a game. This is the best it's ever been. But then you're like, well, look at 3.70.2 when things were working and you kind of just hopped into the game and everything was chill and you just had a good time and then you logged off. So there's like a debate there. But stability wise, would you guys say that we're at a point with server meshing where the game is emphatically more stable than it was before server meshing? We've always had problems with elevators and hangars. But would you say they are better, the worst, or the same as they were, say, in 3.24. You would say, yeah? You're actually having fun now? Stability is good, but gameplay is lacking. Can we get a YouTube poll? Sure. Why don't we put the poll up? Let's ask the chat live. Is this the most fun Star Citizen has ever been? Yes or no? I'm not even going to give you a maybe option. You just got to go all in on the absolute. Yeah.
YouTube sucks.
YouTube, what you doing? What did I ask again? Is this the most fun Star Citizen has ever been? Maybe I should post this to the YouTube like channel itself. See what the community has to say. All right, poll is up on YouTube and Twitch. What do you guys have to say about that? In 3.15, you had 0 issues, but right now it's the most fun for you and the mates. Yeah, but in 3.15, we had the first version of the inventory. Which is kind of like, that's my point, is even when the game was amazing before, I've never had fun looting different areas in the game. I've never felt like I was finding things in the game that I couldn't find elsewhere, or that other people couldn't find. I wasn't feeling like I was getting an experience in one location that was unique compared to the other location. Roundup is up. Cool. Thank you. And above all, I've never had locations in Star Citizen where I could jump in and I would actually think to myself, let's see what happens today. It was almost always just super predictable. Oh, I'm going to go to this outpost. Nobody's going to be there. Oh, I'm going to go to this this cave. Nobody's going to be there. I'm going to go to this bunker and there will be a couple of enemies. But the Hathor locations are the first time when I've been like, yeah, this is cool. Let's go in there, see what's going on, and then call an audible based on that. So I'm tempted to agree with this, but I kind of want to see what the comments say. Ugats came in and said, for free flag going on and someone who returned recently from a time when it was chaos during those events, I'm impressed with how the servers have been. Last time I played, I would get 30Ks every few minutes and couldn't do anything, which ultimately was why I took a break. That's also huge, is crash recovery is finally consistent. And it doesn't take a super long time. Even when it first came in, it was still like you would get server crashes, but it was like it was there, but it wasn't super reliable. Before that, obviously, we would just crash out and you would lose all the progress of your current session. Now, at least you don't lose that, and I think that is a big thing that makes it better for people. It's like you're not cargo hauling with the risk of losing 200 SU of Laranite in your 10-minute cargo run because you don't know if the server is going to stay up that long. They openly glitch through doors, so many uses just ruins it for you. I don't know what that's in reference to. The bunkers? You had a 12-hour play session on the same server? Yeah, we went freaking 19 hours on one shard the other day. I don't know if Nyx will be here this year. I don't really have many expectations for that till they talk about it again. Everything's changed since they talked about when Nyx was coming out. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff. Oh, the contested zones. I gotcha. Glittering Soul followed up, said the game is shockingly stable now. I just got back in a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago. I haven't seen any type of crash or even a server mesh recovery state. Doesn't take that long to log in now either. This is barely the Star Citizen that I've come to know. Speaking as someone who's been playing on and off for about a decade, I haven't said anything about it in global chat because I didn't want to jinx it. Low Load said 100%, the stability is so much better and is now no longer a reason to get me frustrated. These events would effectively render the servers unusable, but now issues are far more rare and the servers run under load at better rates than they did when they were empty. Yeah, the server meshing I think has really helped with, even if you've got a server that's performing not great, your game isn't suffering because you're on the other side of the system. M. Gellin said, I pledged for the first time in 2017 as a kid fresh out of high school and was completely blown away by the game. This was 2.63, I believe, a time when we had no planetary landing, a few random stations, and Port Olisar. Very little to do as far as content goes. So that's the kind of, that's what I'm talking about there. You can look back at what you used to have and be like, well, obviously this game is great. Look at what, we couldn't even send money to each other before. But he's also saying that he took a break in 2022. Well, he would get bored and take a break and repeat the cycle, and then took a long break from 22 to early 23. He came back around November of last year, right before Pyro came out, when it was still in PTU, and haven't been able to stop playing since. This is the longest he's gone playing the game consistently and still not bored. Every day is a new experience, and there's always something fun to do. Wow. That's glowing. It's relatively stable compared to previous patches. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't think he was talking about Star Citizen there. That's a very glowing review. There's always something to do. I'm not gonna say that's wrong. A lot of people are much better than I am at finding fun things to do in games. I still need a little bit of hand-holding, a little bit of help, but that is a very positive outlook. Yeah, this person replied, can you tell me what parts make it so fun for you? I do get some fun out of a lot of stuff, but I definitely need to, it's still not that consistently fun for me. Like Star Citizen is, right now, it's kind of like, not in terms of gameplay or anything, but in terms of my experience of it, it feels kind of like a bad Battlefield. Where Battlefield is this amazing experience of all this stuff happening around you, or at least let's go back to Battlefield like 3 and 4 days, okay? This amazing experience of all this stuff happening around you, and it's just like this sandbox where everyone's got kind of the same objectives, but slightly different objectives, and y'all just sort of clash every once in a while, and you have those Battlefield moments where you're just like, only here, only in Battlefield, this is crazy. And that's kind of where Star Citizen is for me. You even heard me kind of slip there. Only in Star Citizen moments is definitely a thing. There's plenty of times when I'm playing the game and I'm like, okay, right. I remember why I'm still playing this game. But it's still not quite to the point where I'm logging in because I know that those moments are going to happen and they'll be surrounded by good gameplay as well. Sorry, microphone. It has those moments that just get ruined by other bugs and stuff a lot of the time, right? You're like, oh my God, this is crazy. I just got shot down and now I'm crash landing in my ship and I'm gonna have to figure out how to survive on the planet. And then you hit the ground and the ship explodes. You're like, whoa, what was the point? Oh man, that's good. That's good. Cheers to that. I'm a Barbie boy. No, this is Mrs. T's. But we both use it because it's a great size for water. All right, so he answered and he said, honestly, friends make or break the experience, which I think does say something. With my orc buddies, it's a new experience every day. Contested zones, a line of mine, Wicklow. We had a Polaris at Daymar, helped some free fly players get into the mines, defended them for other players that were reportedly just there to PvP. Yeah, I see where he's coming from there. When you're in a group, it can definitely be a lot different, especially when you have amazing event coaches and captains like our folks in chat putting together some great gameplay sessions for GII. You can't predict that. It's good times. Operator Actual said, I really need them to work on the looting inventory UI when interacting with downed bots. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I would say one of the big sleeper improvements that they need to share with us soon is what work they're doing on the inventory. Because all we've gotten so far is like one sentence in a monthly report. Skaven said, underrated comment. Not on this sub. SC has never been this stable, never this smooth for me, especially for mining. Came into the game with 318. Oh, well. Yeah, I get that then. 4.1 has been a blast compared to the versions before. But isn't this obvious? This person said, lavishness current. It's a game in development, it's supposed to be improving, right? In 1 year, it should be even better, not worse. Which is true, but anybody who's been around here for a while knows this is different. This is them literally focusing on making sure the game is playable, as opposed to what they've been doing for years, which is making sure the game is interesting enough to keep people invested. And when I say invested, I mean like time. I don't mean this is a investment thing. Every time you say investing, people are like, what are you, are these NFTs? No, different investment. But I think that they used features and the development of the game a lot before to keep people interested. And now that they've got enough features to keep the game interesting, they're using actual playability. And this kind of makes sense, but most people have been watching year after year as this wasn't a focus. And so this year feels a ton different. This person said, since Kickstarter here, best state since 2.6 Arena Commander, which is like 2017. Aritas said, I kickstarted the game and then forgot about it until 2 weeks ago. I'm having tons of fun. If it was just less buggy, I would recommend it to everyone. Like I said, they're getting there. It's kind of crazy, but with this sort of trajectory, unlike any other year before us, you could say within the next year, you could probably tell your friends to finally try the game out. It still wouldn't, like, you would definitely need to tell them this is an early access incomplete game. And I think the fact that it's been in development so long is going to skew everyone's expectations anyways. But as far as the gaming industry goes, if they keep the trajectory that they've had from December till now and extrapolate that for 7-8 more months, then this would be an early access game. And it would probably be one of the early, most impressive, or most interesting early access games you can find, because it's still a unique experience, and being able to play it actually reliably is going to be freaking crazy. Like an actual game. Hey, we just got raided by Super Mac Brother, aka Ryan. Good to see you, dude. Welcome in. I'm betting this guy had to raid and run, but if you are still here, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. I hope you and the family are well, and I hope you had a good stream. This is the goal with Squadron 42. Yeah, it's got to be there by Squadron. Hey, what's up, JP? Good to see you. So many people can't believe you play so much SC when they think it's a waste of time and money and never going to be finished. It's wild, man. There's an actual disconnect and it's growing further and further as the game becomes more stable. This disconnect between people who believe that this is just straight up. Some people think this is still vaporware. Some people still don't know you can load into the game. All right, basically all of this thread is like people saying it's good times. What about like maybe some more controversial comments? Drexish said, I'm playing with friends, which is fun, but solo the game is still just as lifeless. And thank you very game is not running smoothly for me. So some people still get similar experiences. 8 years I threw in. I've never played more consecutive days than since 4.1. Okay. This person says, game has been broken for me and remains so. Can't interact with anything in the UI, even after an uninstall and reinstalling. Jeez. That sucks, but that sounds like a user-specific thing that they need to get in touch with support for. This person said, agree, but I hate to think it's just because of the upcoming Free Fly and Invictus coming up. Gameplay should be this stable and enjoyable all the time. That's literally what Evocati is for. If it breaks the game, it does not pass Evocati. See, I think what they're going to do is if it breaks the game, it doesn't pass EPTU. At least that's what I'm hoping they do. But he has a good point, but I don't think this is because of the Invictus week or the Free Fly. I think this is just the state of the game they're at this point in the year. This person said, all the decent story missions are broken and non-functioning now. I love SC in theory, but really want some actual content. Tech and generated FedEx missions are great and all, but it's a skeleton, not the meat. You know, he has a really good point. They need to get the mission givers back up to working. I think that should be something that we see by at the latest 4.2. Because That would be a huge content increase for the game. If all the mission givers were working, that's something to work towards. That's something to be excited about. Thank you for anonymously gifting a sub to somebody who I think just came in with the raid. Welcome to the club, whoever just got that sub. If you do get subbed up, remember you have access to all the exclusive videos we are putting out.
Welcome, everybody.
The latest exclusive video I'm working on, I am very excited for. What? Wait a second. Did we just get, hold up. You gotta hear it. You gotta. We just got raided again by Morph, dude. Hey, thank you guys. Is it a conspiracy theory? Or a conspiracy? Not the theory part. I would have the theory part. Welcome in everybody who just came in with either Supermac or Morph. You've come in at a good time. We're actually discussing the state of Star Citizen. We found a thread. This person says, it has never been more fun to play Star Citizen than today. And I wanted to pose this to you guys as well as to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. And get some discussion going because I think it's an interesting topic and it really does depend
Thank you very much.
When you joined Star Citizen, I think, when you say something like this. Because if you joined in 3.18, well, yeah. You gonna head off? You were just casually self-destructing your streaming career. SC tilted you so hard. What happened, dude? Stuff's just broken? Wasting time? Wait, but that's the perfect foil to the video that we're making. Star Citizen beating you up, dude? What were you doing? Were you playing live or PTU? Is it not as good as are they false prophesizers? Because I hear you, dude. Sometimes, man, this game, oh my God, sometimes this game does things that I just want to. Contested zone, the meta is just box glitch through the walls. Somebody was just saying that in chat. The doors don't matter. The keys don't matter. You spend an hour getting a red key card only to have someone glitch through the wall behind you, and you kill them and they do it again. See, that's the kicker, is those little things. You know, we're here talking about how it's stable and people aren't falling out of the game and like there aren't as many crashes, but those things absolutely deserve to be getting in a megaphone and getting heard, because those are still the problems that make the game not fun. And that's why I'm like, with this trajectory, within a year, you could tell somebody to play. Still right now, it's still going to be painful at those weird moments. It's stable if you want to take screenshots. What if I want to take 60 screenshots per second? Yeah, hopefully that gets fixed with the... is that PTU or is that live? Do you think they're pushing server meshing too hard on live when they could give us a more stable experience with less players? I don't know. Live seems to be performing well. I don't know how many of the glitches are related to server meshing, so I'm not sure what would be improved with limiting it. Which is what most of these people are doing. They're just taking screenshots? Why are people taking screenshots in contested zones? You gotta shove drug bags into keycard slots to fix that. These AI, these machines, they just want to get high, man. They don't want to have to deal with our crap. He said in between saying fucking literally every sentence. When you're in a contested zone, dude, you gotta blow off the steam somehow. We need the bugs fixed, but we also need the teams making content to hurry up, as we need reason to keep playing through the bugs. Also give us more reasons to spend in-game money. And in that case, it comes down to the sandbox, the economy, trading, that kind of stuff. Hello. Mrs. Tomato has arrived. You can take the water if you'd like. Oh, you heading out? Getting ready for the cooking stream? Mm-hmm. You guys coming to the cooking stream today? We gonna see you at the cooking stream today?
We actually have everything we need for the cooking stream. I'm going to go pick up my dress.
Oh, okay. Enjoy.
Guys?
We're doing some stuffed vegetables today, including onion dolma, which I love onions. Onions, peppers, zucchini.
Not too much. We're gonna make naan.
You can't spell zucchini without zoo. I don't know. It's not significant. I just realized when I said zucchini that. Yay! Dolma is like a wrapped food.
Dolma actually means stuffed. Dolma
Stuffed.
is full, so dolma is stuffed anything.
Stuffed foods.
Yeah. It's actually a Turkish word. You'd be surprised. Look at this.
Anyway, you might go delete your Twitch account. Don't delete your Twitch account, man. Bro, this is the... Use it. Ow! Why'd you shoot? Nobody said shoot me.
I said it.
Nobody said shoot. You can't shoot me.
I found the unicorn.
PK definitely didn't. Number one shooter. Hey.
If they do when I'm gone.
Somebody just gifted out an anonymous sub to Morph. Oh, you're gifting out subs to everybody who raids. Thank you, whoever you are. Chilling in chat, blessing the people. Morph, don't do it. Don't delete your Twitch. Dude, this is great. This is great for you, all right? The drama, it can help. Just like, just don't bring up the A2, I guess. I don't know, man. You're fine. It's okay to get mad on stream. People will pile on and they'll act weird about it, but we are all subject to the frustrations of both Star Citizen, the current state of the world, and life in general. So my heart goes out to you, dude. I understand it. It's an alpha. Get over it. No, I'm kidding. You have a good day, though, dude. Either way, enjoy yourself. Appreciate you. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the content. And have a good one. So, yeah. I mean, clearly, and somebody even mentioned it here. Where was it? Something about the bias. This person said, it's the deepest I've been hooked into Star Citizen in over 11 years. I'm playing for dopamine now, not ISK, not the newest ship. Still need lots of TLC and stability improvements, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This person had a long counterpoint. They had a bunch of problems. But somebody here mentioned what I think is the biggest here. I completely agree. Don't forget, Reddit is always biased. You'll hear the loudest minority. Don't let others influence your fun. Keep gaming. Honestly, I think Reddit, like the subreddit, it's got the same bias that any dedicated community to a game is going to have. There are people who both are hating what they're seeing and people who are loving what they're seeing. And at the end of the day, everybody's going to disagree with this statement to some extent or agree with it to some extent. My whole point of bringing this up was because I wanted to see what you guys think. I want to read the comments. I wanted to see what you saw in chat. I think it's interesting to get a better cross-section of at least our community and what people are thinking. And then we can revisit this later in the year. Either way, hope you enjoyed this nonsensical rambling that we covered no news or anything that's truly important or groundbreaking, but a nice opinionated talk. See you in the next one, YouTube. Spectrum is so bad. Yeah, I don't really go on Spectrum too much. You make it sound like it all sucks. I try to spend a lot of my time making it sound like it doesn't suck at all. But you gotta, gotta share them both. Zark, hey, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Zark said, thanks for being such a solid source of news for over the years. Keep it up. I love not having to look up all this info on my own. Yeah, you're one to talk. If you guys haven't seen Zark Media's channel, this dude's actual in-game news. Like a real news show. And it's very fun to watch. They've got a team together and they go on site and they do news reports. I would check it out. Give that channel a little clicky click. And throw in a follow. And see when they release next. Thanks for dropping by, friend. Okay, I think, oh yeah, this was the last thing we wanted to go over. We are not, doing a, we can't do shout outs. Anno, can you give him a shout out on the YouTube? We are, so I've talked about VKB a lot. I have the sticks, as you guys know. I don't have the mounts from Monster Tech. So I am, we're still waiting on that. And then once we get that, we're going to set up the sticks. I'm going to be doing all that. And at that point, we were going to start our partnership with VKB. Or we'll, okay, I'm not going to say all that. I wanted to do get a good sense of how VKB worked and if I liked it, so that we could decide if we wanted to do a partnership with them. It's still something that's in our future, but I do want to say going forward, where's the link to this news? I'll drop it in the chat for you. This is a report somebody was showing. VKB is canceling all of their shipping to the United States. Starting on April 22nd. So yesterday. Well, April 22nd for FedEx, April 23rd for today. They will be stopping drop shipping. I'm not sure where this, like, if you can still get VKB some other way. I know that Toby has stopped doing direct sales to the US as well, but you can buy through Amazon. So I'm sure you can find VKB some other way, but this is just for American people. If we do start doing our code, it will only be for the rest of the world. The US will be not doing that because I guess we're free now. All right. Let us get into game. Time for us to go explore Pyro. Oh, what was the results of that poll? Is this the most fun Star Citizen had ever been? 88% of you said yes, and 12% of you said no on YouTube out of 74 votes. What were the results on Twitch? I hate trying to get the results on Twitch. It's like never actually shows them. There we go. On Twitch, the results were, whoa, 80% to 20%. Now on Twitch, we only had 25 votes. On YouTube, we had 74, but both are about 80% to 10%. People saying this is the most fun that Star Citizen has ever been. Good news for you, Star Citizen. Toes. Please send links to mods rather than posting them into the chat. Oh, that's right. The roadmap roundup. Yeah. They just throw in roadmap roundup and it actually brings up this on Google. All right, so before we get into that, whoopsies. Sorry guys, false alarm. We're gonna look at the roadmap roundup first. Just came out about an hour ago. Thank you, Nunzi. So, every 2 weeks, we accompany the roadmap update with a brief explanatory note to give you insight into the decision making that led to any changes. This week, like I said, we're probably going to see 4.1 in progress tracker updates. First, Space Patrol combat mission has been updated to committed. Oh wait, were we? I think we were literally looking at this, guys. Yeah. We actually saw this. When I was looking at the roadmap earlier, this stuff was all true. Space Combat Mission Ambush, committed. Space Combat Mission Training, committed. New hairstyles, released. New hairstyles, tentative. Yeah, so... And no progress tracker changes. So we were very much, we already saw all of this basically. Nothing of interest on the roadmap tracker. They're literally just filling out the stuff that's there. Now, keep in mind, this is tentative. This will be coming in 4.1.1 as it's been stated, but we also do still have this redacted. Now, I do think that if this is remaining redacted right now, this is going to be a 4.1.2 edition. And I think that also is true for the Quartz SMG from Volt. And this is the beam weapon that splits into 2 beams for greater area of effect. And honestly, it looks cooler than the Parallax in my opinion. So those two are probably 4.1.2 updates. And I'm thinking we might see those right after Invictus. Maybe before Alien Week. Like in between Invictus and Alien Week. Maybe there's a couple other things that we also see added that don't show up in this sort of release view. Stuff like what they did with the mining updates. But there is also a chance that this is all we're going to see for the rest of the 4.1 branch. Either way, just because there's not a lot more in here, don't expect there to not be another update sometime soon. That gives us a little more news. Nothing going on in the progress tracker. But all of this stuff still has somewhere to settle in. And I can't believe that this is like, what the heck is going on with location repairs? And then the guild system is like, we're seeing the guild system brought in, but it's not on the card. So it's all going to be a little bit of a weird delivery. I wouldn't really depend too much on these specific cards and what they say. I'd just watch the patch notes. These roadmap roundups, they'll be kind of interesting, but for the most part, they're not really going to give you too much additional information, just because the progress tracker doesn't matter too much anymore. And we know most of what's coming in the next update now. Either way, there's your roadmap roundup. You guys see my butt there? That was nice, huh? Okay. Let's get suited up to go to Pyro. We're gonna shoot some folks today and hopefully find some interesting garb. All you want's a new quantum travel mechanics. So do I. I'm so tired of waiting for the quantum travel update. I made a script for a video for that update last winter in like January or February of last year, and then just been sitting gathering dust. Do files gather dust? They gather bytes? What happens to a file that's left sitting? Man, I don't know. Where's that red armor I like? Ooh. Yeah, I want some heavy armor. I might have to go down and grab some more of... Let's do that. I'm gonna go get some additional armor from the store real quick and then we'll get out of here. I should have stuff at the Pyro Gateway now that I think of it. Yeah, I should stop by the Pyro Gateway and grab that stuff because I'm probably going to stay there and set my spawn there anyways. Bit rot? Cool. My file is just gaining bit rot. You feel like there's a showstopper going on with the quantum travel, like something's really messed up? I bet it breaks the game quite a bit. Physicalizing quantum travel. Imagine having like 70 physicalized people quantum traveling. I actually don't know if that'd be a problem. Try to get some shiny scorched armor. Where do I have to go to like contested zones for that? Am I dropping frames? Doesn't look like it. Thought I just saw a frame drop real quick. Let me see if it's activate.
City Flight is proud to be the official transportation service provider.
I might have found a way to record my gameplay, guys. It's contested zone armor. So am I really going to hear what Morphologist just went through and then throw myself into the contested zones as well? Hey, what's up, Ronan? Jump splines could be hard to get right with server meshing. Oh, I don't even... Will we even have jump splines anymore? If we can just quantum travel in any direction. Oh, the contested zones were not kind to Morph. Dang. I want some chocolate. Anybody else want some chocolate right now? Might go grab some chocolate while we're quantum traveling.
Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport, servicing the greater Area 18 metropolitan area.
Computer tech response team to the dispatch office. Contact to dispatch.
Almost breakfast time for you? Yeah, it's got to be like, what, 5:30 a.m.? Global chat's working, yeah. I've got a bad HDMI cord, so my second monitor got like green dots glitching all over it.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Favorite kind of chocolate? New House. I think it was called New House chocolate. Very good chocolatiers. Anno, I'll catch you later, friend. What are PMF points? Hey, I've got some Karenite and Jacklium. Where did I get Karenite and Jacklium? That's interesting. Oh, PAF, okay. That is a good spot for loot. I do agree with that. I'm gonna take the red P8 and... Ooh, which helmet do I want? Wasn't that the Red Monster session? No. Because I'm in PTU. I played with Red Monster in live. Right? Did I? I think I did. The game seems to be running okay right now. Yeah.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on.
Let's go. Okay. Freezing for this long is never good. Alright, I'm hands off controls. Who knows what the heck's going on right now? There we go. Alright. Good lord, that was a hitch. What's up, Tricky? It's hard to rock a rhyme not right on time. It's tricky business. It's tricky business. Okay, sorry. I'm terrible. Why do y'all watch this? Okay, we're gonna jump to the Pyro Gateway. I'm going to grab myself a little snack while we're doing that. Yeah, this is why you don't talk about how the game's running while you're playing it. You gotta wait until afterward. I will jump there eventually. See, here's another one of those things that's like, okay, Star Citizen. All right, Star Citizen. Do what you're supposed to do. Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. We're just jumping to the freaking OM point. Come on. Just a simple jump, 450 kilometers. Can't be too difficult, right? Okay. All right. How about a spline jump? For fuck's sake.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on. Engines on.
Please. Oh, man. All right, let's get out of the chair. I'm terrified to just press. Okay. It's definitely a cool door. Okay. And if this doesn't work. Okay, let's try a route changing. Okay. Let's try disabling. Bro.
Complete.
Bro.
Weapon systems on.
What the? Is this a glitch in the Matrix? That's weird, dude. Yeah, we have engineering gameplay. There you go. I mean, it flabbergasts me. I appreciate the idea that you need to move around power to make sure your systems work. I love that. I think part of the reason that that's frustrating is because you don't know, it's not consistent enough to know that's even necessary. But it frustrates me that the ship itself would not... Yeah, so it literally doesn't work. Let's turn off the coolers and see. It frustrates me that the ship itself would not have any way of telling you low power, you can't to jump, or the fact that the ship itself would even start in a low power state. It's weird, but I see where it's going. Yeah, this isn't my daily drive or anything. I'm just using this to go to Pyro. More defensible. All right, snack time. Be right back, guys. All right. Got a couple Reese's and a pretzel bite. These are really yummy. They're like the Hawaiian bun company. They make pretzel bites. We love pretzels, so. Hey, yay. All right. We're going to go pass on through and then go to the Pyro Gateway from here. Did I just fly past a motel? What? If you're going into Pyro solo, I would definitely suggest considering a different driver, a different ship. I love my daily driver, but you want something that, I mean, on one hand, going in with a combat capable ship like this will encourage people to attack you. On the other hand, you're gonna last longer in a battle in a ship like this. So it's kind of your call, but I do suggest having an interior and having some kind of combat capability if you're going into Pyro. Let's go. The effects on this look really good. They did a great job with the effects. Pyros seem pretty tame lately. You fly C2 to stations all the time without being molested because everybody's in Stanton. I think that's probably whoa, is that the jump point right there? They're pushing us out right on top of it. That's gonna push us so far away. Ooh. So I think that's a really key thing for us to think about, is that Pyro is relatively calm right now. That won't always be the case, but I think it's indicative of the idea that we can't keep thinking of all of these different things as a monotonous point in time. People will say things like, people will say things like, oh, I'm never going to Pyro. It's too dangerous. There's not, like, it's going to be pointless. There's no reason to go there. Everybody just kills you as soon as you get there. Maybe that's true when it first starts, and maybe that's true 5 years down the line. But that doesn't always have to be true. At any point in Star Citizen's history, a gigantic org can decide, hey, we're kind of tired of how many people are screwing around in Pyro, and just flood the system with 200 bounty hunters, and no criminals are safe. Suddenly, Pyro is actually a kind of a safe place to go. More cargo haulers can come through, the economy changes a little bit. Maybe that doesn't stay like that, but I think we're like so stuck on everything being labeled and prescribed to be a certain way, when the whole point of these games is to try and get things to change, it seems. I'm guilty of this too, but I think that especially as more of these systems come online in Star Citizen, we need to do a real shift on how we view these additions. They're not static. Nothing's going to be static, especially once reputation starts to matter. And even CIG at their own convention is talking about low security, medium security, and high security systems, but it gets even more granular than that. The area around Yela is probably low security compared to the area around ArcCorp. So even when you're talking about Stanton, oh yeah, I love Stanton, you should hang out there as a newcomer, it's safe. Well, not all of it. So I think it is a actually really interesting. I wonder if we can make a video about that. The fact that Pyro is safe now. We probably need to test it first. I'm thinking we should do a couple streams where we just kind of take very civilian roles in the Pyro system and see how that suits us. Courier missions to different outposts, handyman missions, that kind of stuff, and see if that is that viable in Pyro, because the excitement is gone and now people are in Stanton. Okay, well in 3 months, are people going to be back in Pyro? How about in a year? Are people going to be all focused on Nyx, so both Stanton and Pyro are safe? Or is there going to be some kind of a different balance because now CIG is focused on adding content to all systems? It's incredibly unpredictable. It's very black and white thinking. Yeah, dude. Well, nuance is kind of out the door. Pyro is totally safe, trust me. Oh, we're in the freaking PTU. I'm such an idiot. All right, that's fine. They have a shop here. I'm very dumb. I came here because I have a lot of stuff in this space station, but that's in live. And we're in PTU. We're guinea pigs, boy. Nuance doesn't get views. I get where you're coming from. I do. Because I sadly have to. No, well, it doesn't get views on the thumbnail, but it gets views in videos. I think people appreciate nuanced videos. It doesn't get clicks, is what nuance doesn't get. It also is really hard to sell. People will sometimes they'll comment on a video and they'll be like, oh, why did you say this in the thumbnail when really the video is about this and this and that and this and that and this? I'm like, well, there's only so many characters you can put on a thumbnail. It's actually really hard to come up with thumbnails that make sense, but still get clicks. But you're right, nuance doesn't necessarily get engagement. Like when you're just having a conversation, taking Twitter as an example, you're having a conversation out there and you just run into somebody and you're like, well, yeah, but you know, Horizon Zero Dawn, it's got great graphics and it's really great the way they do the destruction of the enemies and all that. And they're like, oh, so you like it? Because the writing is terrible and you think it's great. You're like, no, I just like these parts of the game. No, ew.
Nice choice.
And it's turned up to like 1,000 now. Ooh, P8. Give me that P8. The P8 goods. All the P8 ammo. I thought I had a Volt rifle here. I'm very sad now because I don't, which means we're going to go out there with probably... I'm going to bring some S71 ammo with me, but we're going to go out there with one gun. And maybe a pistol. And a pistol. And we'll see how it goes. It's all about novelty and events. Yeah. That's a great point, Johnny. Every system's going to be super high activity until it's not. Until the next system comes out. On the progress tracker, engineering is being actively worked on through May. Latest I've heard is that engineering is being retrofitted to all ships in the game. When they originally announced it, they did say that it was going... I'm writing this down. We're going over this on Monday. I need to start doing a better job of saving topics when they come up because I always forget them. Where is engineering? Yeah. So the last we heard, they said that they were going to be releasing like 12, 10 to 15 ships with the engineering system. From what I'm hearing, that's completely changed, and they are retrofitting everything to release at the same time for obvious reasons. And I genuinely can't confirm whether or not that's the actual truth, but it would make sense to me if they decided, hey, let's, like, engineering, we're not putting in features right now. We're going to focus on content. Engineering is a very big feature. We will work on this in the background. And instead of releasing it as a kind of partially created but still being worked on feature, let's work on it more in depth over the next year. Take that extra time to retrofit it to the other ships that exist in the game. And give it a chance to launch in the PTU, the ePTU to test rather than in live. That's what I can hope. That's like best case scenario. I genuinely don't know what's going on with engineering though. It's such a big part of the game, so I understand their hesitancy. Backpack. I'm a backpack loaded up with things and knickknacks too. Can't believe I left behind that backpack at ArcCorp.
Good purchase.
You've been at the post office for 45 minutes to... Because they refused to change our mailbox keys. Yeah, we went to the... So we moved, right? You guys remember that? We moved in February, 2 months ago. And when we moved, they said, hey, you guys got to get... Well, we wanted to get our keys changed for obvious reasons. There's a lot of mail theft in this area. So we wanted to make sure we got secured. So we're like, okay, can you change our keys? And once that's done, we can get the new keys to access our mailbox. And they're like, yeah, we'll take care of that. We also don't have the old mailbox key. Actually, no, we do, but it didn't work for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, they're like, yeah, that takes about a month, which is already a long time, I think, to go without getting your mail. But okay, sure. So we waited a month. And then they were like, it's going to be another month or two. Hinting at, of course, the fact that, like, the government has been kind of eviscerated over the last couple of months to say, hey, our processes have slowed down. You're not going to get your mail for a while. So we had to tell them, okay, well, can you send all of our mail to the post office? Unfortunately, the post office is like 25 minutes away, but we're cool with that. Problem is, they still won't give us a key because the people won't just come through to the neighborhood and change the mailbox. So, like, we've now gone 2+ months without having a mailbox because they can't get our keys changed. So, yeah. F's in chat, please, everybody. Can we get an F in chat for Mrs. Tomato at the post office right now? And then maybe an FU to whoever is screwing up the USPS. Pour one out. Thank you. I'm not going to pour this out. I'll just take a sip of it. If I pour it out, this stream might end. All right. Now we got a backpack. We've got ammo. I've got a gun. Let's just get some medical tools, and then we're on our way, folks. Pyro solo. Finally. Only 2 hours into the stream. You can learn to pick that lock fast and you can change it. apparently, this neighborhood itself has like a really bad problem with people getting the master key to the mailboxes and then stealing mail. Pretty crazy. Oh. The AC is not running.
Just by being here,
You gotta sneak into that main room.
use one of our convenient
The main room where they have all the cards and stuff. And then when they're like, why are you standing here? Be like, because there's no AC in the other fucking room.
Good purchase.
And then tell them your husband sold ACs. And so,
Attention. As of
I don't know,
now,
that's not gonna
Lab 2 is
do
off
anything.
limits to all staff until further notice. No one go into Lab 2.
master key job is inside job 100%. Who knows, man? I saw a recent news article, though, to say that the city is actually taking action. So we'll see. Who's sending mail anymore anyways? Not like personal mail. Why are companies still sending bank statements and stuff via mail? It's not 2002, guys. Come on. This could have been a pager notification. Okay, we're geared up. Back to the ship. Move in. Back to the airlock. Legal reasons. But the problem is, like, I mean, I know that it's an option, but are you guys in any situation where you opt out of mail? You tell them, hey, I want to be paperless, don't send me anything, and then they still keep sending you mail?
Welcome.
Is that just a me thing? Am I terrible at hitting the no button?
Your vehicle has
I used to just get a really funny picture in my mind of like somebody just like not able to press the no button. You can't opt out of everything. But like they're still sending me bank statements, bruh. I told you 4 years ago to stop. And then I'll go onto the website and I'll be like, I did say go paperless, right? You asked your bank to send you payments in the mail? Just to make them pay for it. I saw a post in our region. Any Californians in the chat will be very, very aware of this. PG&E is a big company around here. Yes, oh yes, PG&E are three letters a lot of people don't like. For those of you who have seen the California fires, this is why a lot of it happened, or at least this is very tangled up in why it happened. PG&E basically has a monopoly on the power system here in California and possibly in other places, I don't know. And their infrastructure would like get blown over by wind or something and it would cause fires and they'd get sued. So they started doing a whole bunch of things in the last like several years to try and stop that from happening. One of them is the rolling blackouts that we dealt with when we first moved into this house. Something else they've apparently done, I think it's topical, we're talking about bills and mail and stuff. Something else they've done is apparently they have canceled the ACH payment method. And for those who don't know about that, that's basically the only way where you can do like a direct deposit payment or direct withdrawal, I guess, payment to a utility company, given their bank account info and everything. Yeah, they've canceled that. They said you can't do that anymore. It was the only method of paying the bill without paying fees on top of the bill, and they canceled it. So, of course, the companies are gonna continue to do things paper when you ask to go paperless because they don't care. Sorry. Little anti-corpo rant. I know this isn't a cyberpunk stream, but we're in Pyro. I feel like it's still topical. Were they trying to fix the fires or the fact that people complain about them? Well, I mean, what do you already know the answer to that. Hey, don't do this to me again. get text messages almost daily. Don't even get me started on text message spam. People adding me to their groups. I keep this new one started popping up in the last few days. What was it? Hold on, I've got it like right here. These stupidos. There we go. Alert! A password reset was initiated. If you didn't request this on Coinbase, call this number now. Bro, I don't even... first of all, I don't have a Coinbase account. Second, why did I get this message from 2 different numbers? Here's another one. Coinbase, in parentheses. A new device logged in from Paris, France. If this was not you, contact us on this number. Like, bro, I don't... I don't use Coinbase. The text scams are wild. It's whenever I come back to the States, too. Being in Turkey is bliss because I just completely take the SIM card out. A garden group text chat? Yeah, dude, let's make a Telegram group where we all talk about crypto and best investment strategies. Or no, that's WhatsApp. I get added to so many WhatsApp groups where they're like trying to sell some investment strategy. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the chat. Asking, is there a waypoint system? I've only played a short time, but I find myself getting lost walking around trying to find ships and stores. So navigation generally is via the signs. Keep an eye out very closely for like signs and things around cities. Those will tell you a lot of what happens. The other thing you can do though is hit the F2 button. Especially in space stations, this is helpful. It will give you an interior view of your space station and you can actually move it around and see the names of the stores. Once you find one, if you just put your mouse over it and hit the R key, it will actually put a little mapping system that'll guide you to that place. Worst thing about those stupid scams is that they work enough times for them to continue to exist. Yeah, that actually is very disappointing. Every single crypto account that ever existed in any other timeline is being logged into all over. Send payment with gift cards. Please pay all of your credit card debt, but through Amazon gift cards. You have to mail them to us to pay the debt. Yeah, I know you have a payment system on the internet, but we're the physical branch of the bank. So you gotta send them to this address in Dublin. Yeah, don't worry about it. Be like, Grandma, don't listen. I wake up to this song. Right there. That's where my eyes open. All right, local space station. We should get some hits out here. Trying to avoid anything that's taking us to an asteroid facility. I don't feel like dealing with the turrets. Ah! We had a Foxwell Enforcement Amateur ambush contract here. Titan Renegade. Let's take this. Let's see what this is looking like. This is one of the new missions for 4.1.1. Just a ship mission.
Bolton with Foxwell here. Saw you nabbed the contract.
Anybody who's
These low lives
checking out the
now, so
stream,
I'm hoping you'll be able to shut them down once and for all. Head to the ambush site when you're ready and keep it cool.
I'm going to do a little bit of a plug here right now. Just put out a new video on the main channel today. I have been rather slow with the new videos on the main channel lately, as I've been focusing on zhuzhing up a couple other things and put some focus into Space Tomato 2. That should be picking up again here soon, but I just made a video about these very additions. Specifically, the scripts, the new physical currency coming to Star Citizen. It's kind of an explainer of what that's about, how it could benefit the game. It also talks about the new combat missions, new mining missions, and the new ships that are just kind of focusing more on the solo player experience in Star Citizen. So if you want to check that out, appreciate you checking it out. It's over on the main channel. Why can't I jump? What am I missing here? Okay, that works. Why doesn't this? Thank you, Maverick, and thank you for the bits. Not a valid quantum target. Why? Obstructed. How am I obstructed from any of these? I'm not sure I understand. There we go. It's because I set the route. A Halsey is a light freighter 64 SCU. How in the world can a Cutlass Black be a medium freighter 46 SCU? I have no idea. Maybe in terms of protection, the Cutlass Black's a little more armored. How do I have so many hauling contracts? I haven't taken any, so maybe they're giving me more right now. I only have one. Your mom's brother fell for that gift card stuff. Getting a fake email from your mom. His boomer ass wasn't smart enough to ask his sister why she sent an email asking for gift cards. Oh my god, it was from his sister? Oh man. How long can you go AFK without before getting booted? 20 minutes?
Next step is finding your ships and cover and power.
And how am I broke? I have no idea. I think I bought something. I am, I don't think I have any reputation because this is PTU. I'm usually CFP though. Hey Skippy, how's it going?
Preparatory checklist complete. Time to wait.
Systems off.
All right. Now we wait a minute for our target to show up. Perfect amount of time to have a little Reese's. Hey, what's up, Unbeckable? How you doing? Skippy, welcome in. Of course you're at an airport. Where else would you be? Space potato sounds delicious. This is just scripted. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you can look at the signature of the nearby area, and your signature is masked in this ship. But I think this is all scripted.
Watch your radar and make sure no one catches us off guard.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on. Shields on.
I'm gonna reassign the contract. I just don't think you're the right fit for this.
What? Did I just fail it?
Shields under attack.
Is that a hull A? What the hell? For a heavy fighter, this thing can stay on his backside pretty easily. That's what she said. Or is that what he said?
Target destroyed.
Ah, crap. I didn't mean to hard death him. Dang it. Didn't know. I guess he didn't have any cargo anyways. So I guess I just failed that mission because I did something? Hide signature, hold position. Oh, okay. So I was supposed to wait for him to fly a little bit further. I see. Oops. Well, what's my quantum look like? Can fly out to Monarchs. Oh, we need to fly out to somewhere else that's going to give us fuel. Ah, crap. Gaslight's so far away. Yeah, I might have to fly out to Checkmate. Get some fuel and then take a mission from there. Oh, yeah, no Avenger showed up. Target won't run away once they spawn? No, they just stay there. Take the beating. Yeah, I want to fly with John at some point. So, when it comes to these signatures here, anybody know them very well? Like, is the bottom number the local signature and then the top number is yours? Because that'd be a very easy way to understand if you were stealthy or not. If you just kept your signature, the bottom one under the top one. Is there a faster way to get Headhunter rep? I don't know. I haven't tried with Headhunters much. The bottom is local? Oh, so the top is yours, bottom is local? Nice. Maybe they should just give the difference instead of the two numbers. That way you would be able to understand very quickly at a glance if you were coming in below or above. Also kind of like, at what point does it what distance does it change at?
Arrival complete. Welcome.
Alright, just a little bit of fuel. And in the meantime, let's check our contracts. Toes. I like this. Take a FPS contract out at Monarchs? Monarchs. Java update. Thanks for subbing over on Twitch. Hey, are you guys hearing the alerts for these subs, by the way? You hear toes after they subbed. Negative on alert sound. What's going on with alerts? Alright, I just reset the alerts. Hopefully that fixes things. Toes. Derelict, eh?
Quantum travel complete.
Hey, Gumbo. Good to see you in chat, man. The mountains do look tiny from above. It really makes it feel like the geology on these planets is super small. I hope with Genesis they can get larger, higher peaks and deeper valleys. Brigadier! With the bits. Did that on-screen celebration work? I missed it. Is everything broken? You could see it on the stream. Okay, cool. Hey, Goslow. Man, this place is far away. Oh, they need to make the planets bigger. It sounds like something that they are going to do. All right, the site of our first mission.
Landing successful. Engines off. Shield on.
I think that planets should be scaled up to a quarter of their lore size. All right. I want to scope from here for sure. I don't like these iron sights. But also maybe some armor, maybe something interesting. Alright, they got a sniper lookout. Did he see me? He just saw me. Shoot. He's gonna try and come down the ladders. You gotta try and get them at that point. He's gonna try and come down that next one there, probably. Oh, nope. He's gonna try and shoot us from there. Dude, I cannot get a shot on him. I have no idea where this guy went. Where'd he go? Hey! Where from? Ow! Whoa! Ow! Holy shit. Oh, where the heck are my med pens? What the hell? My god, I never got them out of the freaking inventory. I have no medical tools or med pens of any kind. Dude, I'm so screwed if I get shot. Alright, I gotta get this guy's medical tools. So risky. Please have something. Yes. Okay. We're kind of good. Anything else? Oh! 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 Always check your surroundings before looting, kids. They added organization page links to the account management on the home page. Now, when you click on your accounts, you can go directly to organizations. Oh my god, organizations matter now! Ah! Alright, they did it. We got them all. So honestly, it's not very many people for a location this large. You'd expect them to be a little bit more put together. You get some music. Genuinely surprised by how rarely Star Citizen fills its space with music. Oh, I always carry a medical tool, but I didn't grab any of my medical stuff today before we left the station. Right, they don't have good loot out here, huh? Anything over here? You guys got a whole base here in this derelict outpost and you didn't store anything in it at all? I see nothing out here. Let's head back to the ship. What other contracts we got? Mercenary. Oh, never mind. Yeah, a whole bunch of mercenary missions. Distress signal abandoned outpost Pyro 2. Let's see where this is. 35 kilometers away. Lucky us. Good thing there's so many outposts in distress out in this area. Back to the ship. Oh, nice. I still got my gun with me. Imagine having to drive between these outposts on the ground, though. That's a long drive. Like, there needs to be stuff to do in between these two places, for sure. No, that wasn't an SC song. That was from my hard drive. Low flying, but it's so boring. It's so slow. You fly so slow in atmosphere. . My elevator. I'm very stealthy this time. I'm sure they did not. Oh, they noticed us. Oh yeah, they're right. They are right outside. Oh. Huh. This is awkward. Might have landed a little bit too close. What to do between the locations? Maybe like little parties or convoys of people to run into. Doesn't have to be everywhere. It can't be. That'd be weird. You guys need to relax. Jesus, their freaking aim. It's impeccable. Ow. Ooh, he's using a P8. I got strong. You're downstairs, dude.
Moving forward. Go, look out! Pushing up.
Crap, did I blow him under the freaking... Oh, God, dude, no way. Come on.
Advancing!
God dang it.
Go ahead! I'll cover you. I'll keep them occupied.
Will you, though? Crap, does this guy have grenades?
I'll keep them occupied.
Alright, this might get me killed.
I'll cover you.
Got him! That was the last guy, right? He's dead. Mission complete. Come on. Oh, man. He's dead! I don't think they're gonna give me this mission. How lame is that? I killed him. Anybody else still out here? It's kind of lagging behind. Hello? Think it's broken. Because I should absolutely have a marker, but there's nowhere to be seen. Do you think he's not dead? Sound like a pretty painful process he went through. All right, let's go to contested zones and get some good loot. Best place to loot in Pyro is contested zones. Oh man. Checkmate, yeah? Oh, what the? Oh, did I just get mission complete? Nice. Mission complete. Wait, how do I not have enough to get a checkmate? Oh, the freaking quantum travel refueling glitch is still a thing. Motherfucker. Oh, man. I'm not going to be able to get anywhere. Can I make it to Patch City? All right, I'll check the outposts here. Didn't know if they were working yet or not. Guess we're going to Sunset. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can't store the ship there, huh? That's kind of rough, huh? Gamer DNA. Hey, thank you for the gifting out 5 subs. Bruh. That's a toast gang kind of addition. Appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the stream and helping to make this happen. Why can't I jump? The ship is the Crucible? No, this is the Guardian. The Crucible's not in game yet.
Quantum travel engaged.
We fly. So this probably won't fuel my ship anyways, right? Like, yeah, it didn't actually fill it up. I just kind of screwed.
Hello. How can Miss help you today? Systems on.
Because I have to store the ship to... Blindfolded with one arm, time to the back. I'll just start with decoupled for now. Yeah, there's no way to spawn a ship or store a ship here or anything, right? I'm basically just out of luck. Just equip everything and kill myself. Oh, there's so much stuff in my backpack, guys. Bed log. Oh, relog back to checkmate. Yeah, actually. I'm an idiot. It's where I want to go anyways, for the contested zone. Why didn't I just do that from the beginning? Thank you, Avocado. Real men walk back to checkmate. Yeah, I'm a respawning man. Ooh! God, I'm sleepy today. Holy crap, guys. Been working out harder lately. Just did squats for the first time in a while yesterday, and then we decided to go on a bike ride last night. And we went to a new place for the bike ride, and there were hills. There were so many hills, and I'm on a single speed bike, so boy, do my legs hurt now. I can't believe they think we're going to sit and wait for someone to come get us instead of just backspacing or relogging. I mean, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do it right now when I have no reason to, but I expect there to be reasons for me to wait for somebody in the future, or deal with the consequences of not doing so. Yeah, squats and hills are not a great combo. They respawned me all the way back here at the space station, but I'm still thirsty, huh? Hey, Gamer DNA, thanks for dropping by, following, throwing a couple subs. It's great to see you in chat. Have a good day. And some water. That should be enough water for us, right? I'm on checkmate. See what we can find in here. Whoa. Wait. All right, loading in. First room secured. Whoop. Not quite. Now we're secured.
Is this how you want to spend your...
We are not secured. Did I set a medical spawn? Just set Pyro. I should set one here. I'm gonna go back and set one here. Scanning and pinging FPS is going to be nice whenever that happens. Whenever that happens, that's on the list of things that we expected to happen by now. I'm in the PTU. Regen points work again? We're about to find out. Well, hopefully we don't find out, but we might. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, shit, PK. Dude, thank you. Taking my lunch. I'll be back, nerds. Anunzi, see you around. PK, thank you so much for throwing the subs in there. My man PK payback. One of our top folks getting the streamathon to be 19 hours long last week. Thank you, man. And we passed the goals for today, but since we just gave away the golem, we'll be waiting until next week to start the next giveaway. But that works out timing-wise because that means that it'll probably end for Invictus, where we'll start a new one. And we are putting together a streamathon as a kind of last California moment in at the end of May. So we'll probably have that giveaway end for that. Impeccable. Catch you in a little bit. All right, now we can continue on through here.
I'll start at you.
Oh, hello. Huh?
Hi.
Whoa. Whoa.
I am back.
Hi.
Me.
Mrs. Tomato has
I will
arrived.
start the giveaway on Saturday's stream.
Okay.
So at the end of this week, celebrate being our goal.
Cool. Thank you, everybody who helped us hit our goals today. Anybody who's wondering, every time we do hit the goals, at least once a week or whenever, when Mrs. Tomato's feeling extra kind, we try to start a giveaway of either a game package or a free ship here on the channel. So give a thanks to everybody who has put in the subs or memberships today to support the stream. Yeah, going back to Turkey in June. We'll just be there for a few months. I know there's one more guy over here. Where is he? All right, I think we're good. Why Turkey? My wife's from Turkey. Give this door a moment to close so we don't get anybody behind us. Yeah, that we have a PC over there. I need to bring my graphics cards because those are gigantic and cost too much to get more over there, but we almost have everything else over there. Servers, hard drives, graphics cards, and my streaming gear we bring over there. But we are trying to get it to the point where we don't have to do that anymore because it's terrible for the stuff. It gets damaged. Love spending your summer there. When you were younger, always such good weather and people. Well, PK, you can always come back now that you're older. We'd love to host you. Your wife's from Istanbul? Nice. My wife's more Laz. Black Sea. Karadeniz aile. They should put something nice to loot up here, to be honest. Should have some reason to come up here. You live in Fethiye now? Did you guys feel the earthquake this morning? Hope everybody you know is safe and healthy. Yo, these NPCs are crazy. Hey. These guys are nuts. It'd be genuinely hard to not accidentally kill a player if they came running in here in the middle of these firefights. All right. Yeah, it's nice that they are spawning. Getting costly now. Yeah, no kidding, Neil. That's the cost of living over there has been insane. What do you think they will talk about as far as narrative in SCL? Feels like there's no new narrative content to talk about since I assumed we'd have more Regen Crisis missions by now. Well, I think they're talking about whatever is going to come for that. Kind of like how they talked about Supply or Die like a couple weeks before it happened. I have an injury? Didn't I pick up another fuse? Could have sworn I had grabbed another one. I thought I grabbed another fuse. Yeah, I do. I have one. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, I don't have a tractor beam. So this is a problem. Maybe this one will work. Oh! The heck did these come from? No. Okay, this door works. I don't have a tractor beam. Is that door gonna close? Give me something that fits me. No? Okay. Oof. Holy crap. All right. Okay, I think we're cleared here. I will take an R97. It actually can probably come in use. Got any ammo for this thing? Okay. A little more equipment in here. Don't want to wait too long so they don't respawn. A little bit more water. Water. Don't mess with the agua. Oh, what is this? Whee! This is a very vertical space. A 16 times telescope. That'd be super useful here. Really? Did I just waste a fuse on this door so I could get, what, a couple med pens? How does that make sense? Why did I just do that? Give it back. There's got to be lore to discover in here, right? Something to loot. Love the deep dives. Glad you enjoy them. They're really fun to do. Oh, what the heck? There's a shop here? Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. What's in here? Oh my god. Some arms. Okay. Cool. Not finding much of that valuable loot deep in the contested zone. maybe other people probably took it all. Need to go deeper. We must go deeper. Am I going the right way? All right, let's continue. This is just a little distraction, I guess. Work my way back out of here. I like some good dead-end puzzles and places that you can go, though. These sorts of little these like places that are off the beaten path, we need more of this in this game. There just needs to be some loot at the end of it, which looks like there was. We just missed it. Definitely adds some interest to contested zones, though. Makes me more interested in them. Oop. All right, back on the beaten path. Not really sure which direction I was going in. This way.
Do I want to know what that was? We can work this out.
Can't freaking see these guys, man. What the? They just throw a box at me? You think that's gonna stop me? And my headphones are about to die. What if that was like a way of saying somebody's fighting? Yo, this guy's throwing box. Watch him, he's dangerous. He's throwing box. Headphones plugged back in. Let's go. Ah, shit. Ah, why did I rush in? Dang it. Ah, there's never 3 people in there. There's only 1. That was an irresponsible move I just did. I realized as I was doing it that was a gamble, but I did not think there were going to be 3 people in that room. Damn it. All right. Back to the start we go. I will be right back, folks.
Oh, I am following.
You got it.
Man. Okay. Add that to the death counters. That's too bad. That is a, yeah, that's one of those deaths that I really did not expect to have. Oh, man, that's a setback. Well, now we have a death marker that can tell us how far we got. Hey, I can now actually kill players. Yeah. It's a little bit endearing, the fact that they can murder me now. Too bad I have nothing anymore.
How you been? You good?
Food and water? Nah.
Thanks for stopping by.
I guess now I can get my my sight for my P8. Oh, they don't even have sights here. Losers. All right, let's head in. You haven't died twice since you started 4.0? Back in we go. Now I'm just trying to get back to where we were. Which means I'll be playing a lot more risky. I'm trash at dogfighting too, dude. I hate dogfighting and flying. That's why most of my content's FPS focused. Whoa. Yo, are people just like duplicating fuses? What the heck? There's so many here. I don't know how this happened, but I will gladly take a few fuses for myself. You think they just fall out when another respawns? Well, that's pretty nice. Thanks, fuses. It's good to see that the respawns are actually working. Oh, this is the door that didn't work. Right. Okay. What the f... I'm taking so many drugs. I'm a little late to 420. Did I just see another player coming from that direction? I got goosebumps, man. I thought I saw somebody sprinting at me from over here. That scared the crap out of me. Man, these guys. I can't see them. Okay, not making the same mistake as last time, yeah? Oh! Oh! Nope, we're making a different mistake this time. Jeez. Where's my med pen? What is going on? Pulling out my gun instead of my med pen. Jesus. This room is my freaking bane. I'm almost overdosed trying to just like stay alive right now. Okay, that should be all of them. I need to get. Oh my god, no! No! What the fuck? There's more of them. Oh my god. Why are there so many people in this bathroom? Dude, I can barely even see straight. Oh! These guys are literally throwing grenades out to clear me out, dude. This is wild. Not my grandpa's Star Citizen. What are you talking about? That's just Alpha 3.0. I think we found their headquarters. For good measure. Oh my god, you guys were all in here? That's gross. Must have been so sweaty. What the, whoa, 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 whoa! Dude, this place is not safe. Hey, it's Board Gamer's song. Okay. Alright, let me get my bullets all situated. We've got some injury problems that are going to end up becoming a real issue soon. Dude, I don't even know what to do. I'm at 63%. Okay, hold on. Okay, that should help. No, I think that might have made things worse, guys. I might be screwed here. This is where the medical system really starts to mess you up. That last kill was a player? Was it really? Here? Look, I don't even know where I killed them. But that means that they're on their way back, so I need to get going. Oh no, that was me. That was my old dead body. Just getting all my stuff back. Ooh. There's stuff in that room. Doesn't look like it's powered. It was a player body, you're right. Oh well, I really don't want to be in this room anymore. Oh! That room has bad vibes. Ooh. Okay, there's some stuff in here. A custodian. Whoa. Oh, man. Yeah, a telescopic sight. A beanie. Love a beanie. What's this? A lockbox with nothing in it? That's sick. A dead rig. Interesting choice. But I like my R97. Wow, dude. Contested zone loot sucks. Or like you said, other people have already taken it all. But at least these standard choices that I'm seeing are not great. You could sell this stuff for some money. Not like the kind of thing you come across and go, oh my god, I'm going to show this off to my friends. The good loot is at the end. At least, like, I want to see at least loot that I'm not getting from the same people I'm killing, though. Give me something interesting while I'm going through. Okay, so this is like a dead end. Okay, so I'm going to have to go all the way back here. So this is the door that doesn't open for me, the refinery deck. I'm not sure I can get in there. I mean, it wasn't accepting a fuse. Ah, what the? Oh my god, dude. Dude. This is crazy. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh, what the? Ah. Ah. Dude, these... when these NPCs are actually spawning, this is nuts. Thank God they're not actually aggressive. As he throws a grenade at me. Where are these hootin' snannies? I don't even gotta pay attention to you guys. I'm out of here. Losers. Oh, they've all spawned back in. Oh, this is good. Which means there's two down there. Right, I can't pull out my pistol anymore. What? What the hell? What just happened? There's no way I'm gonna survive this. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Everybody has respawned. Oh no, don't even worry about it, guys. My whole point of today is to see how this goes solo. So far, honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was just going to be getting wrecked constantly. Now when I come back through here, I will. Yeah, this room is... I mean, just listen to all that nonsense. Okay, so this door didn't open for me. I still don't have a tractor beam. Because, of course, the loot in this place sucks. So I can't get it open. Like, why is there not a single tractor beam in this whole space station?
You're so dead!
Eh? Oh my god! How many different ways did I just get screwed over by that? And now I have a tier 1 injury on my arm, which means I am literally defenseless. Can I shoot this at all? Oh, nice. I had one shot. Okay. So we're now at the stage where like I'm not doing well. I can't even pull out my medical tool. There we go. Resurger, Sterigen. No. Roxafen. Yeah, I need to get out of here. Dang it. You take damage a lot more easily after you've been injured, I guess. All right. To be honest, this is like some of the better gameplay I've experienced in this game. Actually, going up in a scenario that feels like I'm trying to play and it's killing me is so much more interesting than going into bunkers and clearing them no problem. Hold on, I've got one for this.
Medicine isn't only about healing. It's about being your best.
Third time's a charm. I actually gotta go check and see when we're starting the cooking stream. I got you with the wheezing. Do they even have multi-tools here? No, they don't. Cargo deck. I hate those cargo deck people. They're so pretentious. To the cargo deck we go. This cargo deck looks better than the regular one. Finally. The only multi-tool in the whole space station, and we got it. Well, besides all the other ones at the store. Server is about to go down. Why do you say that? Oh, new PTU patch. Let us see. Before I go in, let me just double check on the cooking stream. I'll be right back, guys. Oh my god, my legs hurt so bad. Ooh. Wow, chat, you're popping. Alright, we're gonna try and speedrun this and see how far in we can get. God, my legs. What are you up to right now, Maverick?
Not sure exactly what's going on.
Not sure exactly what's going on. Just saw my friend take 10 bullets to the face. What could this mean? .56 gigabyte PTU patch. Okay. No! Dang it. Well, it was good while it lasted. I was so good that I took the whole game down. I like how they didn't even tell me what happened. It was just like, all right, you're done. No attempt to explain to me that there was an update or anything. They just kicked me out of there. Did they say what's in this update? An hour ago. Testing focus, ship battles, stability, and handyman missions. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see if handyman missions are actually in or not. You know what's interesting to me is like they keep trying to get these handyman missions into the game, but then you go to the roadmap and the location repair missions that they have aren't being talked about. So are these different? These are the handyman missions, right? Why are these not getting put on the thing? Anybody got an answer for that one? Thank you, Damage. Yeah, PTU's been running great for me today. In fact, I think those are the best FPS encounters I've had in the PTU so far, or in Star Citizen in general. Maybe we can go and check out one real quick. Pyro 6, Pyro 3, yeah. What's new on the PTU? It looks like they're testing handyman missions and patrol mission sharing. I think that's all I saw. Yeah, handyman missions seem like the main focus that they've added. I'm also being told, though, that you can share the patrol missions now. Yeah, gameplay-wise, they've enabled patrol and handyman missions. More server crash fixes, more bug fixes, and it looks like they still have that same blocker. No Idris. Sorry, it takes me a long time to get out of the bed. Let me see if we can get down to the planet and do a quick handyman mission before the cooking stream starts.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following vehicle.
Okay, I think I got everything I could want and or need. Again, we don't really have much time, so let's get going. You've been doing a lot of mole mining on moons and making money? Solo mole mining? Okay. Actually, folks, sounds like we're just about ready to go. So, I will give you a good, nice look at our travel down to the planet, but then we're gonna head over to the other stream. So for those of you who know, if you know, you know, every Wednesday, we like to jump in for a little extra garden gathering community moment. This is something we love to do because it's just an easy time for everybody to chill, relax, chat, and hang out as a community. We don't have to talk about any specific one thing or play any specific one thing. I'm going to chuck this over to our other stream channel, and we will be doing a cooking stream for the next couple of hours, making our own unique dishes in the kitchen, but also chatting with you guys about Roadmap Roundup, about Star Citizen in general. What games are you playing? What are you watching? What are you up to these days? It's a little bit more of like a personal hangout and chill kind of time. And if Mrs. Tomato got the giveaway started today, I do not know. You can also, of course, join the giveaways when you're over on that stream as well. But we'll be doing that in a cool minute here. A cool minute.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged.
I'm really interested in knowing when they're going to start doing the hangars where you have to like pay for them to use them or to have one.
Quantum travel complete.
This is Pyro 2. Bloom. Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Windfall. And thank you everybody for joining me for this stream. Like I said, we're actually going to go and head over to the other stream.
Complete.
And you know what? On Friday, we'll probably jump back in and give all these missions a run through and see which ones are working, which ones are not, and which ones we want to carry on. And we'll do that with GII. If you guys want to jump in, we'll get a small GII group, maybe 10 people, and just kind of chill in Pyro and run these. Either way, I'm going to send you guys all over to the other channel, and I will be with you in just a couple of minutes. Make sure to drop the toes in that chat, though. Go surprise Mrs. T. Yeah, we're on the new PTU right now. Give her the hellos in chat, the toes, and all that jazz. I will see you guys over there in just a couple of minutes. If you're on YouTube, here is the link for you. Feel free to join us. We'd love to see new faces over there. It's always a good time. And once again, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. Treat yourself well. Eat something you love. Do something you love. Pet a dog or a cat. And spend some good time with the cool people in your life. See y'all in a couple minutes. Bye.